In this video I will go through how the website for PTG is working. I will go through the front page and which modules we are using, the menus, widgets, article and categories, images and how you upload them, and in the end the PDF thumbnails for your magazine. So these are the steps. First of all, your front page consists of only modules. It means there are no actually articles on the front page. You have a module that contains the banner, and you have a module that has the address and the social icons together. There's a module for the menu, a module for the slideshow, which is made in widget, and then you have two modules here, one that shows the three top boxes and the text, and another one that shows the three bottom boxes. So this is basically your website. So if we go in here to the back, we start by going to extension, module manager. Here you will see exactly the same modules that we have just been talking about. You see there are some that has a catalog on it. The reason why that happens is because if you go in here, and when you have saved and when you leave, you should never press return button up there. You should always say close. If you press return button, Joomla think that you are still inside the article as you haven't checked out, and therefore whatever you do later in this module will not be saved. So to unlock it, you click once on the catalog. So it's good always to make sure that you always use the close instead of return button. Anyhow, here you have the logo. Here you have the logo for the mobile layout that will soon be ready. Then you have a PTG top menu. I open it just to have a quick look. This has been set to only show one level of the menu, and when you see here there is no drop down for it. It's only showing the top level. If you, for example, want to show the second level as well, you say until level 2, you refresh your page, and then you have a drop down. Of course, if you want to use this for some reason, I will style it so it is more clear, because gray on gray doesn't look very good. For now, I'll just put that back again as it was, save and close. And as you see, when I do it this way, there's no catalog because I've actually closed it. Contact info and social media. You already seen it aligned here. You correct it, and I have linked all the three pictures here to your social media. Then we have the side menu. That's the one that you will see when you click into any link, and you see it here on the side. There's nothing you have to do inside here. There's a lot of options about the layout, how it should be, which menu it should take from, the main menu for example, etc, etc. You never have to go in here to change anything in the menu here. It's only if you wanted to change the colors of the boxes, the hover colors and stuff like that, that has to be done in here. But if you want anything, it's better to ask me, and then I will do that. So again, it's only to do with layout. It's not on what's written in the menu points. From our Facebook, again, that's the module you will see down here. You said you had some problem with Safari. It's good to try it on some more PCs. I have not experienced that myself. But again, if you didn't want it, you can always unpublish it here. You have some further settings here as well. What is this? Let me see here. Facebook module. Okay, it's actually select plugin, it says, and it says Facebook module. Not actually, if I remember right. So plugin, let's have a look. The plugin, let's check Facebook. Well, here's something. Okay, I think actually it is taking it from a different place. It's taking it from a component called Spider Facebook. However, you don't have to go into it. If you don't want it, you just unpublish it. The slideshow at the top is a widget kit, so of course when you go in, you will only see a code which is widget kit ID number 1. That means that will load in this position, in the top A position. And I'm hiding the title, as you see as well. And then you have the 3 boxes at the top. Again, here you have some text, and then you have another widget kit, and that reflects when you go to the front page. At the top you have this text here, followed by a widget kit code that brings up these 3 pictures here. And below you have the 3 secondary boxes, and as you see here, the only thing it does is to load the widget kit. I've given it 1 space in between, and those are the 3 pictures you see here. So that's the modules that you have. So front page and modules have been covered. Let's close here and let's go to the menus. And you only have one menu, and that is the main menu. And this first one is your start, and you cannot see any text here, and that is because it's only showing the house. There's no text on it, but you never have to go in here. So these are the menus, how you can go through them, and you can change if you want it written in a different way. There will be other videos about how you add new things to your menus and how you link it to articles, etc. But the principle is that you need to have something to link to. So when you make a new menu, you have to say, what do I want to link to? And you can link to a newsletter, mailing list, articles, contacts, search box, etc., etc. An article, and you can link to a single article. And then you have to select that article here. That's what we mostly use. At the moment I haven't made a new article to link to, but you will find any new article on this list, and you just link to it. And then finally you have to say under what should it come. Is it under Skolen, or is it under Linja, or is it under Tilmelding? So whatever parent it is, you write that here. Now it will appear under Tilmelding if I saved it, for example. I will just cancel out from this. So this is the menu. So before you do anything here, you do need to have made an article so you can link to it. That's the menu. Next step is widget kits. I can see that you have already been in here, but let's go to components, widget kit, and you can see here these are the 3 front pages, 3 front articles, the bottom one and the top one. So again, that is the top one and the bottom one. And if you open the bottom one, for example, you have the title and you link to the image, and the image size here, and you can upload it. You have written some text in here on the lower pictures, and then you can have a secondary image, and that's the Hoover image. It's the same size as the main one, just that it's a little bit transparent with a little icon, and this can be changed to any other kind of picture that should appear when you hover over. So you can just select that here. And this text here, I can see that it does show under the pictures. Up here there is nothing, but down here you can see it. and that is rightly because you have gone into settings and content and you have made a tick here to show the content. That means whatever you write in that box will also be shown. If you went into the top, you will see that there is nothing in that because we don't have any content on the top pictures. So again, make the right size. There are 2 pictures for each, one that is the main and one that is the Hoover. Then you have the slideshow. The size is here. Again, it's quite simple. You add a new slide, you put it in the right size. There's not very much of settings here, and they should just stay the same. However, you can change the transition between one picture to another, etc. You can play around with the settings in all of these tabs to see if there's something you like better, as long as you remember the original ones. And the last one is a map. Basically, this is just linked to a location. We don't have to go much into this now because it has just been set up, but you basically link to a location and then you enter your location and the map will show up. I have put in an icon up here as well, and some more text on the contact us page. And if you go in, see if it was here, Visa, you will see here that the picture is here in the size that you want. It can always be made smaller, bigger, etc. But you have this one, you click on it. Oh, that's already showing. You can remove that and should be able to click and it comes up. Anyhow, I think that there it came here. Okay, anyway, this is the sitemap and you can get directions up here as well. So that's also a widget code that has been put into an article. And every widget, it has a code. So whenever you want this widget to show up in the module or in an article, you copy this code, Ctrl+C, and you paste it into the article or the module where you want it to be. That's the widget. Now to articles. You have a category manager and an article manager. Category manager is only to organize your article. They are not very important, and I think the one you have is sufficient. Whatever of new articles you make, I'm pretty sure it can fit within one of these articles. It has nothing to do with how it's actually displayed on the website, but it has more to do with that you put all articles about Linea into one folder so you have a better overview of it. So the category manager you will seldom touch. However, the articles, this is where you write your articles. And if I open a random one, you can see that it's basically normal editor. You should never use things like font family, font size. You should always use, let me see what I have used here. If I go into Samarbeidspartner, might be in here. Samarbeidspartner. You can see this that has been highlighted, for example, in red, is basically just a bold. It's bold text. That's nearly all I use on this website. Only if you have big subtitles in long articles, you might go for using another heading size, like heading 3 on the big titles or subtitles. But basically normal letters and just bold things that is sub headlines and things you want to stand out in the article. So again, if you want to make a new thing in a menu, first you make a new article, you save that, then you go to the menu, and then you link to the article you have just made. That's basically articles, and now we come to the big one, which is images. If I open any article, you can see that here, for example, I have a code, and this is a code that will load an image gallery that is in a folder called Salgsbehandler and a subfolder called Målgruppen. This is a code that is inserted by a program, and I can try to demonstrate it now without having anything correct at hand. But if I now wanted to put 3 other pictures in, I can just try to find this one here actually, so you can see it. Målgruppen. So that code, what it does is to produce these 3 pictures that they can click on, and you can see it in big size. And normally you can add some text down here for search engine optimization as well. I'll come back to that. So for example, if I wanted to have 3 more pictures down here at the bottom, I'll go in, I put my marker where I want to have the picture. I want to get away from the numbered lines. Ready, click on Simple Image Gallery Pro. This will bring up the software that we use for picture management. And as you can see here, you have all the different, you have, for example, you can see the banners. You cannot use them in here. You can see the images. We don't use the program for the newsletter. We use another technique for that. But everything else, you can see there's 3 pictures in every single category. And you can see that I have made a path, a folder and a subfolder for each of the pictures. Any pictures, you have 2 options. Either you insert this album or you can view it. And if you view it, you can give it a title, which you will see here on the pop-up if it has been enabled, like a black line. And you will have a description here that you will see when you click on the picture, and it will come up down here as a text. And this is very good for search engine optimization to go through at some point. I close this. I go back now and I want to make a new gallery. I have prepared 3 pictures on my PC with 800 x 600 size, and I create a new gallery. At the moment I am inside Salgsbehandler and I want to make another album for Målgruppen. So what I do is that I use the same folder, new gallery, Salgsbehandler, it already exists, Målgruppen, that is available. You see, that's because I have written Målgrupp over there. So if I did the same now, it will say this is Salgsbehandler. I must have done a spelling mistake. Let me just try to copy this whole thing in. This is not important, it's only for you to have a system. But what I wanted to say is that if you write something that already exists, it will say that you can't create it. So then you maybe put a number 2 behind it, so you know that this is the second line of 3 in this article. And then I proceed. You will get this message that you can close, and then you start to add images, add files, so you can drag and drop them. Let me see what I have available here of some demo. PTG. Do I have any pictures ready? Just an example. I wanted to have, as you see as well, it's good to not have space in the names. Some plugins and some browsers will not show the pictures correct. So always remove them, and if possible, rename the pictures to have a meaning. PTG, Twin, PTG, STU, stuff like that that can be search engine optimized as well. So I add the 3 pictures, I upload them. You can see that I haven't resized these pictures here yet, so it's taking a little bit more time. You should resize it when you make it. There shouldn't be more than a couple of 200 kilobyte each or 300 kilobyte each. But this is just for demo and I will delete it afterwards. Big pictures like this would take a long time to load when people visit your website, so it's good to keep them small. And there we have the 3 pictures done, and I can just close it. I can add my text. Test 3, 2, 1. I'm not sure if this has been enabled, but anyhow, I will save and close this. And now it will appear here, always in the first, and I say insert. When I insert this, the code will be set down in the bottom, and I will save it. When I now reload the website and this page, I will have 3 pictures available here, and here you can see the first test. That was the first line, and when it's clicked on, take a little bit long time because I did upload a big image. As you see, you will have the text down here for this image. So that's how you add it, new pictures. So you put your marker where you want to add a picture. You click on this Image Gallery Pro and you make it from there. For now, I will just remove this plugin, which actually removes the picture from my article, and I will save and close. And it's good for you to know that you have another entry for the same program under Components, Simple Image Gallery Pro. And this just brings you another way into the same stuff. You can here go into all the different albums, and you can enter them, and you can write the text and descriptions, etc., etc. And if you wanted to delete some albums, you basically just mark it and click on the delete button. Then they will be removed from your album. There's an exception right here because it's that I will come back to and fix. But that's how it works. So this is the album part of it. The last thing we are going through is the PDF thumbnails. On your website you have something called material, and here you have something called UC-Plakater. They basically look like this, and a little PDF icon in the bottom. If you wanted, you could have removed them, but what happens is that when you click on it, it will open the proper PDF file and you will see it in full size. Depending on how slow your internet is, it might take some time, but here it is. So how do you do this? First of all, you need to make a thumbnail of your magazine. And the way we do that is to take a PDF file and open it in Photoshop. As I said, the image size should be 255-360. So I will 255 and 360, and I would always, if it is just a pixel, I would always adjust it so they look totally identical on the layout. So here we have the thumbnail already. Then I have an icon that I can use, and you can also download this icon if you go to ptg.dk/pdf-icon.jpg. Then you can download the same icon as well, so you can use it exactly the same size. Again, I move this to a new window and I drag it down in the corner. I save for web. I go to PTG, see if we have see where I put it. Was it in icons? No, it was in PDFs. Maybe here we are. So this is number 7. Could that be? So I will just say 7. July. And no spaces in the name. Now I have made a thumbnail, and in the same folder I also have the PDF file. It's good to remove those non-European characters, because they can create some problems for some browsers. So this is basically ready. This is for the July. So it says up there. That's fine. So I have this and I have the thumbnail ready to go. Go into your back panel. Go into the article. You have an article called UOC-Plakater. And here they are lined up next to each other. Just for interest's sake, I'll click one and add the edit image just to see if I have additional settings. And I can see that the size, okay, here it says 361, but anyway, alignment none, margin bottom should be 10, but there's no other additional settings. So I put my mouse here, click enter to start a new line, and then I want to insert the thumbnail. So instead of using the component, the image gallery, we now use the manual upload of picture. I have a folder called PDF and one called images. So that makes sense. I will upload the thumbnail into there. And that's this one. Upload. Double click. And we said right. Was it bottom or right? No, I became in doubt actually, but I think maybe it should have been, I said bottom last time, but I think it's the right, but let's see. We can always go in and edit it again. Now it appears here, and now we need to link it to the PDF file. So again, I mark it, I click on link, I click on this icon, that is to browse, and this brings me up in more or less the same window as before. So in PDF, I have a folder called UOC, and here I will just upload, browse, and just trying to find the right one. I think it was this one there. Open and upload. If the file is too big, it will fail on the upload, and then you have to use a FTP program like FileZilla to upload it instead. But here it looks good. I double click on this, insert, and target. I will say open in a new window and insert. Save and close. Now I will see how it looks like. And it's added here at the bottom. Click on it and it opens. That's basically the introduction to your website and the different functions. I'm pretty sure there will be much more things that you need to learn about your website, but we have our ticket system that you should use. So if you have questions, you go to eadvice.dk support. If you don't already have an account, then you create one. I'm logged in here, but you can create, and there will be a link here to create an account, and then you can post tickets within the Joomla support or mail support, and then both me, Aska, will come back to you as soon as possible with answers and further films if needed. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and good luck with your website.